Hey guys, TCT back here with another video. And today I want to talk about the butterfly effect. As we mentioned in the last video, habits affect your daily life. And one bad action snowballs into a bigger problem. And right now, I want to dive deeper into the topic of influence, this butterfly effect. So what is butterfly effect in life? It's a series of action that influence another series of actions backed by a reaction. Your feelings towards an object or a situation affect the quality of your action. It depends on how you react at that current moment, which transfers your energy, your thought patterns, and behavior to others. That is why peer pressure is a big thing. If you're surrounded by negative people, you will become negative. If you're surrounded by positive people, you will have that optimistic outlook on life. So one small positive course of action lead to an advantage, but one small negative course of action lead to a disadvantage against you. And why I'm talking about this topic of butterfly effect is because when we look at our society, our modern society's condition, it is not a reality that you know, because the modern society by default have vicious butterfly effect. Let me explain. You look at people on the media that have cars and mansions and the houses and all the fancy clothings and filtered edits and photoshopped images of their lifestyle. It tricks you as if society is perfect. It's running right. There is no problem. But the truth is, in real life, when you walk around in public, you don't see that. You don't see someone that are so full of life, flourishing with their perfect lifestyle, smile to their faces. Instead, every person that you see on the street have some sort of problems in their life or busy going through something. So it's the opposite of what we see on the media. It's not, oh, we know exactly what to do and everything is going right for us. But it's more like, I need to get away from this. I have to cope. I have to solve this issue. I have to get out of this struggle. Because of that, we have this hustle, hurry, struggle mentality that we just don't have time for anyone. We have to pay our bills. We have to go get our jobs. Find different ways to monetize, ways to maintain our relationship with our family and friends and people around us. So as a result, we don't help each other enough. People don't help strangers. And you might think, wait, why are you telling me to help when we live in this capitalism? No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about as a result of the way we live. It became that root of vicious butterfly effect because we're so busy surviving, living, and solving problems and maintaining our own lives that we forget to look around and help each other. And it's the current condition of our society. For example, let's say we go out in the street and we see a homeless person. Now, how many people are willing to look at them and help them and reach out to them? They can't because they have their own problems to solve. They have to go to places. They don't have time to care about this one person. It's sad reality, but it's the truth. That is our society right now. And this is my point. What if that homeless person was your family member or someone, your uncle or something, or you've known them before, or your old friend on the street begging for cash or change? You wouldn't just ignore them or walk past them. You would try to talk to them, help them. And that's how it all should be. But since we're trapped in hustle, hurry, we have to get through things, nobody's coming to save us type of mentality, that it causes us to forget about the larger perspective, which is that humans are connected. Whether you like it or not, we're connected individuals. We're people of influence. And what makes it even more difficult to see that larger perspective is that we focus on the negative by default rather than the positive. So when life is hard, it's easy to act down on things like swearing, complaining, and giving into selfish desires. And we do this due to the lack of knowledge and understanding that we're all people of influence. So we're just not careful and self-sabotaging ourselves into this negative behaviors. This is why you see people that are hurt, struggling, or depressed because they never understood how actions influence their own lives. When that is the very first thing that they have to know if they want to live a planned, fulfilling, responsible life for their future. As harsh as it may sound, there's no other truth to this, and the fact that life is all about the butterfly effect. So there are two types of butterfly effects that play into our lives. themselves. Vicious butterfly effect and there's virtuous butterfly effect. Now, butterfly effect in simple definition is that humans are connected. If I help X person helps Y person, and Y person helps people around me. It circles back to me in one way or another. And so the vicious butterfly effect is you're solely living for yourself and your selfish intentions and believe that the world is focused on you always. And this causes negative behavior because you'll do whatever it takes even if it causes others suffering. And it's a negative spiral loop because the person who suffered from that pushed that pain into others and they're affected by that negativity. So they push that more into different people again and again. And the loop continuously spreads. That is what vicious cycle is. The virtuous butterfly effect is you're living for yourself and others. You care about the effect it has on people through your intentions. And you believe that the society is focused on supporting and building each other up. And this brings positive behavior because you understand that goodwill brings the best out of people. And you want to encourage them to behave the same. Now, you might think, well, obviously the virtuous butterfly effect is better, right? But why is it two-sided? Because we naturally are selfish beings that want to do what's easy at the moment. So giving a piece of yourself for the greater good is a lot harder than not having to think and just do whatever feels good, feels desirable at the moment. And we often choose that because we have this ignorance of that aftermath of the momentary action that we take. And that's what leads to that vicious cycle of butterfly effect. For example, your momentary action that's desirable would be you decide, I don't want to exercise because I just got out of work and I'm stressed out. I want to just lay down and open a beer can, watch a show. Now, because of that momentary action you chose for pleasure, you don't feel any guilt or shame. But the aftermath kicks in. Now you're burnt out. Now you can't keep up with the workload. Now your performance drops and you lose your job. So the aftermath. And that momentary decision of laying down, not exercising, opening a beer can, led to losing his job. And that is what happens simply because the person thought that the action does not affect his habits, his mindset the next day. So the aftermath. The key point is to go from this vicious butterfly effect in play to virtuous butterfly effect loop. You have to become more aware of the thought patterns, small daily actions, and the influence that you have on others and your surroundings. And start asking yourself, what am I contributing to society? For example, my channel is based on positive behavior more than just cheap entertainment. It's content that helps you to be better as an individual. Knowledge that I have learned, gained advantage from, and have acted upon is straight delivered to people on this channel so that they can also gain advantage and win. So I'm in that virtuous butterfly effect. So instead of thinking, no one cares, I can do whatever I want, start adopting the thought pattern that your actions always have consequences, big or small. And because we live in this big bubble of cause and effect, chain called society, we refuse to back down by the negativity. Instead, we lead ourselves in positive behavior to drive us forward in life. You might still think, I don't want to be a good influence. I want to be selfish. Now, let me tell you the benefits of positive influence that aid in a virtuous butterfly effect. The first key point is that it sits right in your heart and you feel confident in the actions that inspire others to also become a person of positive influence. And you have that desire to improve, desire to support, desire to have morals on the things that have that reaction of others, that influence. And it is all about how you can change your attitude and act more intentionally and cautiously from now on. And know that every good minuscule behavior is like a plus point added to your success. In any areas of life, it is like a plus point. You're a person of value in society because of that. And you can't be hated by anyone if all you provide is positivity and support for other people. And if someone hates, it's on them, not you. And you wouldn't care because you know your own good side. And as long as you understand that everything is a butterfly effect, you will start to make the right decisions in life for the better.